What's going on, Jerome? Minnesota Vikings have had a couple great seasons with Brian Flores, a former Dolphins head coach for a long time, Patriots assistant, and he's come in and he has unleashed hell, ramping up the Donachel defense. And the Vikings defense this year, even though it didn't end great, it is really fun season as one of the better defenses that I've seen in my time as a Vikings fan. The Vikings defense was 5th in points, 1st in turnovers, 2nd against the run, and 4th on 3rd down. So obviously Flores, him being a former head coach and him getting the defense playing at an extremely high level, he was going to be in demand. And 3 teams requested interviews with him to be their head coach: the Jets, Jaguars, and the Bears. Now, a couple of those jobs are out. And it's starting to look like Flores will be back with the Vikings in 2025. And I said, selfishly, that would be great because I think him in year 3 with his defense, just molding it further, and also keeping top assistants Durante Jones, DB coach, as well as Mike Saravo, linebackers coach, who both have a lot of allegiance to Flores in place, can only help this defense continue to grow and show. That's going to be huge. And the Jets, Jaguars, and the Bears interviewed Flores. The Bears job obviously going to Ben Johnson, so now we get to have more of this for at least next year. We'll see. Flores definitely deserves a head coaching job, but obviously would love to take care of him here in the great state of Minnesota. Hopefully the Wolves will make him the highest paid assistant in the league, which makes sense. Also, with the Jaguars, they're bringing in a final 3 for a second round of interviews. Rob Saleh, as well as Patrick Graham, who interviewed for the Vikings head coaching job back in 2022. When they hired Kevin O'Connell, as well as Liam Cohen, who's quickly rising up as the hot offensive superstar in the league. Also with the Jets, it does seem like they are circling in and getting ready to hire Aaron Glenn, a former Jets DB, and also soon to be a former Lions defensive coordinator. So it's kind of nice to have that brain drain in Detroit. We'll see what Dan Campbell can do without Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. We'll see. Now, even though the Jaguars and the Bears and likely the Jets are going to be off the table, since Ben Johnson chose the Bears and not the Raiders, there could be another potential opening, depending on what they do with the Raiders. Now, Las Vegas hasn't formally reached out to Flores, but given the Brady Flores New England connection, it's possible. Also, I didn't know that Brian Flores was like us. He's a short king. Because Tom Brady's only like 6'4", but anyways, I don't know. Maybe he's wearing platform shoes. It seems like something Brady would do. Anyways, but Flores back obviously would be a huge part of this defense improving and continue to grow and show in 2023, rounding into one of the most dominant units in the league. The Vikings made a massive step up this season, and also I think that Flores returning would be a huge factor in Harrison Smith possibly coming back for another season. So that's something to keep in mind as we continue to move further along in the process. And like I said, Brian Flores definitely deserves another shot to be a head coach. The whole Miami situation was a disaster for a myriad of reasons. A lot of them weren't Flores' fault, but I think that he has continued to grow as a leader, as a man, as a coach here in Minnesota. But before we leave, how about we grab some parting gifts? Like I said, take care of Kevin O'Connell, pay out that contract. Same thing with Kwesi. Make Flores the highest paid coordinator in the league, and then hoist that Lombardi a couple times before Flores takes over in a perfect situation for him to be the next head coach. But we'll see. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Is Flores going to be back in 2025? Starting to look like it. Good. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. To do. Skull production value.